What's up, everybody? Streaming, dev stream. Um, what you're seeing is accurate. I had to change the field of view because it's that big. Um, mm, I have a brownie. I got 2 more minutes before I technically start. I just want to turn on my little concentration thing. Hi, Spears. Why is this being such a pain in the butt, man? Audio, tracks. There we go. I told you episode 100 was gonna be crazy. Why is my Bluetooth not working? Oh, it turned off. Hi. If I switch this into unshaded mode, we'll go in here. You can see the actual area has, like, there's actually terrain. I don't know why there's 2 of these. There's like more than one for some reason. I gotta figure out why it's doing that. Okay, I just gotta back up. Hmm. Should I use model or mesh? I think it's a rendering. It's so fucking big. It's having a hard time rendering what's going on. But yeah, it's absolutely enormous. Just goes on for like ages. I gotta switch to. I'm actually gonna go back to modeling. Caramel Boy? Don't talk to me. Why would I not talk to you? What? Okay. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. Thanks. Actually, when we go object shade smooth, now you can see when you shade smooth, it kind of really works out. This you can actually play on the outer level. I mainly just made it for immersive purposes. You could leave the map. You'll probably die, but you can leave the map. Nice to meet you too. Um, welcome to the stream, Carmel. I had a feeling it was Justin, but I didn't want to say nothing. So I gotta be careful with the cave. I might be better off just stitching it together. Actually, what I think I should do is go. Why does it keep turning off? So believe it or not, if I'm not mistaken, the the outer level uses the same amount of data. So this has 4,090 faces. Blood Canyon. What's up, Sonic? Welcome to the stream. This one has. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, well, why does it say 52,000? I'm going there, it's only 8,000. That's strange. Did I not apply the. No, I applied the modifier. Oh, it means the whole scene, maybe. Okay, that's the whole scene. So yeah, the outer levels is only 7,700. Just slight, so it's about twice as dense as Blood Canyon. So if I copy this, these two tiny maps have the same amount of data as this gigantic one. Yes. is I'm actually going to build my own skybox. I'm still going to use the lighting, but I'm going to use a texture mask. So the clouds and the stars are going to be in a semi-transparency layer, and then the light from the sky and Godot should shine through. And then just like the map with the blood, I'm going to make I think it's a normal map. I want to make a normal map for the skybox so the stars twinkle. And then that should work. The problem is the fucking skybox is so big, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I think my best option would be to give it a material, a custom material, and then give itself an emission so it lights up itself, which would give everything a twinkle. Yeah, in the texture on the normal map. I think that might be the easiest way to do it, because if I use a gigantic light, it's going to blow up everything. Yeah, I made the name up myself. It's a reference to Blood Gulch from Halo 1. I was inspired by that. This shape is similar. It's not quite the same though. It's significantly different. It's kind of similar shape. Blood Gulch is more like it's just straight across. Mine has while it's straight across, there's like these two corners. If that makes sense. And then the path over here around the canyon, I just stole that. That's the same. You can see the inspiration. Here's a blue base, red base, and then here's the trail that goes up and around and down. There's a lot of similarities. Fuck. So I'm gonna grab every single edge on around this thing. I'm gonna lower it down. And we're gonna cut. What the hell? Oh. It should be fine. We're going to use the other map to basically conceal this. I'm also going to place like some objects on the outside. Definitely not loading. This won't be loaded into Godot until I finish the lighting. Basically, Blood Canyon's got to be done. Once Blood Canyon's done, I'll be loading this stuff in. Oops. I'm definitely gonna have to have like some pop in, fade in, unless I'm really like I use my objects really sparingly in like a tactical manner. The texture is gonna have to do most of the work on this one. Alright, so we have to move this over. Alright, I'm gonna go into fly cam and texture mode. I gotta make sure this is not destroying my cave. I can't. The cave cannot be clipping. That'd be an issue. That's cool. It'd be the same age as Lola. Alright, looks like we're good. We got plenty of clearance for the cave, so that's done. You're not that old. I'm 35. I'll be 36 this year. How long does it take to get across this? Here we go with me. That's how long it takes to go across one side. I'm going pretty fast too. Lola, she's on stream sometimes. Yeah, you can see how fast I'm moving once I get in here. Look how fast I'm going. I'm going hella fast. I can't even make it around the corner. That's how fast I'm going. Oh, my finger hurts. Whew. Alright. Now I get to go to texture paint. Actually, no, wait. We gotta do more modeling now. Think about it. Mm. The size of the map, you're not really supposed to go out there. It's literally just if you're bored and you just want to goof off. There's not much out here. It's just a desert. Your character will die of exhaustion before you could probably make it back. Yeah, Zev. I'm actually so how we're gonna do it is I'm gonna pay him like commissions, and then I'll add their voices. So we're just gonna do it per commission. So Justin, his brother, and Spears, and I think my best friend Darren wants to get in on it, but he's got a kid now, so I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna do it on a commission base. It's a short game, so I should be able to afford it. It's just a couple lines. I'm only paying like was it? It's like $50 per line. Because they offered for free, but I don't feel comfortable just taking it for free. I don't have any more slots, Justin. I'm not a, all the characters are taken. I have no other, there's no other jobs to do. Now, if the game gets popular and I make an expansion, that could open up some slots, but all the characters are taken because I'm going to do one, and if Darren does one, that's it. There's no one left. That's all. Yeah, the cutscenes always happen, but each cutscene's different depending on which characters you play as. And they you get the plan is to have a cutscene for each level. So there's an intro cutscene, exit cutscene, intro cutscene, exit cutscene, intro cutscene, exit cutscene, and then one final cutscene at the end, but there's no voice acting. Granted, they only play if you get there, so you always get the intro cutscene. It'll be skippable, because there's no cutscene until you actually start the game. Um, it just goes to like ModTyrant games. They'll go, like whatever my brand is. Like when you start it up, it'll say Godot and all the other things that I want to put on there, like made with Godot, Blender, etc., etc., etc. And then it'll show my shit, and then the game just starts up. Just starts up immediately, playing the theme song. Hit new game. New game starts when it's done loading. Bam, you'll be in the cutscene will start. That's the first thing you'll see in the cutscene. Cutscene's different depending on who you're playing as, because there's extra special characters. I gotta put landmarks. So I gotta take a spot in uh, over here. I gotta find a random spot. I'd say right here, actually. So now you can see the thing over there. So that's that side. So I would say right here. Just zoom out a smidgen. Right, that's too close to that one. So we're gonna go right there. Right here. I'm gonna find another spot. I'm gonna say over here somewhere. Whee! Oh shit, that's too close to the thing. Let's find another one. Right here, perfect. Ah shit, I just realized her phone is playing. God damn it. I just realized I was playing in the background. That might fuck up the stream. I better go check the stream. Oh, you could have made. Oh, thank God. What's up, everybody? Hi, Spirit. Alright, yeah, it's not very noticeable. It should be fine.
See, I'm in a bathroom. I know. It's like 2 in the morning. I want to get the video out. Everybody check out my tyrant. Who, you know.
Yeah. If I cranked up my volume, yeah, it did not even, I didn't even think about it. I just freaking slipped my mind. Um, what is this? This game window. Don't turn that phone back on. I'm streaming. Ow, my freaking tooth. Ow. I played it on the browser. It seemed like it was low enough um, that it wasn't too big of a deal. Yeah. Push this over. Push this over. Yikes. Because I need this to be square. I guess I could just fuse it. Yeah, that'll work. Probably. Because I still want to be able to shape like the roof cave. Now, I gotta switch back to mesh mode. It does hurt my eyeballs. So the fact that this only takes up 8,000 polys is crazy. Actually, it's less than 8,000. I mean, I'm adding stuff. It still hasn't got 8,000. Well, that's not how I wanted that. Isn't it like Alt S? Alright, we'll just lift it straight up. There we go. And then take this, push this back. Push this out. Give it more of a cave shape. And flatten this out. This is a triangle, that's a problem, so we're just going to fuse it to that. Technically, it's not a problem because we're not animating, but when you have a triangle polygon like that, you can get a clipping, flashing effect with your mesh. It starts flickering because it's stretched to its absolute limit. Uh, an entire edge is basically writing on another edge. Probably mess up your texture, especially mess up your lighting, because I believe the lighting is tied to like the normals of your mesh, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's go to the walk cam. But yeah, if y'all are curious, this is mainly just immersion aesthetic. It's just a really fancy skybox. So like in Halo, it was just a kill zone. It was big, but it was also like it had low resolution. It had barely any mesh. Most of it was just like 2D image cards, and if you touched it, you just died. I believe this is on the first level after you get off the ship. You just jump off. Like, you could jump off the map and see this vast landscape, but you just die instantly. Couldn't actually touch it or anything. Uh, but that's basically what this is. The only difference is you can actually walk on this, but you'll probably die because there's a robot invasion. Um, I do want to put some secrets out here, but that's only if I have time for it. Otherwise, this is just a really fancy skybox slash, and just to make it feel like you're actually on a planet and not some random map. I just want like people to feel like, oh, okay, I'm on like a planet. It's purely for immersive purposes, because that's what I want to specialize in, is immersion. But now I don't want to go so far that the immersion breaks everything else. I still want it to be a game, and I still want it to have mechanics and stuff like that. So I want to go pretty far with immersion, but not so far that it breaks everything, because that'd be pointless. It'd just be a movie at that point. Because that's how I feel about the full motion video games, like Heavy Rain, any of those one CD, the CD, what's it called? CD something. It's an old console. I can't remember what it's called. Sega did it as well. This cave's actually enormous. This cave might be the width of the entire map. I'm actually not sure. Alright, this is a good cave. Perfect. Then we're going to separate this as a separate object as well, just because it makes things easier. Because I want one texture per object. This is a humongous fucking object, so I need all the texture space I can get. It's just going to be a big square for everything. I gotta like milk. I have to milk the texture. Like this whole thing is riding on that. And then we're gonna use the corner seam right here. I think this would be the good one to hide. I could do the roof, but I feel like people are gonna look up, are definitely gonna look up, and it's gonna be more noticeable. Could do the sides. Now it's easier to hide stuff on the floor. We're going with the side. This one I feel is easier to hide. It's one whole object, so maybe it won't be too difficult to paint. We'll see, we'll see. So do I want to roll it? I could just roll it out. So that should be enough. Yeah, that'll do. Mark seam. So I'll pop up, and this will completely roll around into a big flat thingamabob. So there, we got that. So we just hit separate. That's done. And we're going to rename this as outer level cave model. Actually, this is terrain now I think about it. To be cave terrain. Although, actually, isn't terrain just a subcategory? Yeah. What can you cave? What can you map? Where's your cave? Terrain. Yeah, we'll just do outer level terrain. Outer level cave. And we'll do BC for Blood Canyon because it's kind of generic. Alright, and then I'm gonna put like a big boulder or like something above it just to help like accentuate. I can't say that word right. Just extrude this out like that. And I'm going to take this, extrude this forward, that, shrink it, move it slightly up, extrude again. Actually keep that shape, extrude, rotate it so it goes up in time, and then scale it down, and then scale it down some more until it's really thin, and then take and move this back. Basically just smooth it out. This is basically like that Lion King thing. It's like it's not a plateau. I don't know what it is. It's just like this fucking natural formation thing. Don't need a lot of objects, to be honest. Like I can make this look good with just a couple objects, because these giant landmarks out here will help fill in. I want to make huge landmarks, so I'll help fill it out. Some of these landmarks have less data than the smaller objects, which is kind of funny. So this is looking pretty gross. I'm trying to smooth this out a little bit. Take this, push it over. This is looking too tight. Move it down. That's there we go. It's looking pretty good. And we can smooth this back, even it out. There, and then we're also going to separate this as well. I actually want to separate the whole mound, because it's going to have. Do I need to separate the whole mound? It does have a lot of verticality. I'm gonna do it against potentially my better judgment. I'm gonna separate the mound. And then we'll just have this part pop off. The under part will be a separate island, and the mound itself. Yeah, we could probably mark this one too, just like that. Alright, so this is made up of 3 components. Got the top part, and then we have the mound here, which is selecting everything. That's kind of, oh, is that because I missed it? That's strange. Very strange indeed. Oh, I must have missed. Yeah, I missed this spot. Okay, so we got the mound, and then we got the top part, and then we got the bottom. This is all separate objects. This will just be called B, C, outer level. Or no, we'll just do outer instead of do outer level, because I could use this somewhere else if I want to. Outer lion emperor, so I don't get sued. Could call it the cave hat. It's kind of funny. We'll go back over here. This is what you see when you stand on it. You look over here, you can't really see anything. You look over here, you can't see anything. You just see that. It's like, whoa, there's a big cave with a thingy on it. What the heck? I want to go over there. And you can. You'll probably die. You'll make it there, but you'll probably die. You ain't getting back. I highly doubt anybody could get back, but we'll see. This one's obvious right here. Oh, there's two spots. But I'll save that for the other side. So we'll actually go here. I feel like this is how... I know you can escape the map. So right here, we're going to put some, like, giant hoodoos in the distance. Now that's perspective-wise, that one's blocking the other one. So here, there, and just one off to the side over here. And I'm actually going to make more of these. This is just where they start. Because we got one over there. I'll probably put another one over here. But this side's all hoodoos. I want each side to have its own specialty. This one is, there's a shit ton of hoodoos. Put one right here as well. Now, basically just loop cut these twice each. Even the small one. These will all be separated. I gotta add a parent to all of them so they all share the same origin point as the map itself. That way it loads in correctly to the correct spot. Better save. I feel like I haven't saved in a while. Performance-wise, this should work just fine. It takes up like the same amount of vertices as the map, the map terrain, which loads and exports instantly. And then the texture will be the exact same size, though the hoodoos over here are actually all going to share the exact same texture. I'm just going to make it seamless. That way, their shape doesn't matter, which will be perfect for that. So I'm going to make a custom seamless rock texture for those. The Lion Emperor is going to have its own texture. The hoodoo over here, the H1, that can share the seamless. That actually doesn't need... this does not need anything special. It's the same thing. It's just a big old H shape. It just has a unique shape. That's all that's special about that. So that could share the seamless texture. This one cannot. I don't think this one could use the seamless texture. It's like a different rock. But yeah, that's what, 1, 2, 3. That's only 3 textures already. and then one for the cave. So I guess that's four. It's four textures, and then they're all 1024 by 1024. So performance-wise, that should be nothing. I am worried about it because the draw distance is going to be, in order for it to load all of this, the draw distance has to be pretty fucking big. Not sure how that's going to work, but we'll see. I like the shape of this one. I kind of want to move this around a little bit. So looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. And I think that's good. Maybe flare out the bottom a little more. I think right there. That'll do. Gigantic hoodoos. This is fun. Sorry for doing this late, y'all. It's just the holidays really screwed up my schedule. The only other choice I had was to do 99 part 2 and then do episode 100 tomorrow. Or, well, today. Which I probably wouldn't have been able to do the full 2 hours if I did it tomorrow. I mean, you won't miss too much. It's mainly just really like the scope of it's pretty freaking crazy. They used to do this same technique I'm doing here. They did in Halo 1 because back then the graphics weren't that good back when Halo was out. Halo 1 was out. We didn't have that. We didn't have like super good hardware. Um, and they would make these enormous fucking maps in Halo 1. They were huge. It would take like 10 minutes to get across them on foot. And they were really fun. Those were great maps. They just used the technique to have the textures do all the work for you, and then just make the map a really big, like just use really big faces. So instead of using a bunch of little ones, just use really big ones, and then use the texture to make it look like it's normal, even though it's not. You could do a lot with a little bit of mesh. You could do a lot with just a teeny tiny mesh. I wouldn't even, if I hadn't did Halo modding, I wouldn't have known you could do that. I would have been like, is that even possible? I might not even have tried it. Maybe like after I made the game, I probably would have tried it. I don't know. But it was easy in Halo. It just did it. It loaded right up, no problem. It didn't even bother it because it was just a simple math. It's all about how many polygons you have. I'm gonna try and make this one using rotations only. I've never done that before. I'm not how sure well this is going to work. There's going to be rotations on the hoodoo. This is hard. Alright, I think I'll do for that one. That was tricky. Nice, proud looking hoodoo. Gotta get rid of these sharp edges though. It's too straight, too flat. Especially the top. Hmm. These things are enormous. These things are humongous. Alright, the hoodoos are done. Now it's gonna just mark them up. I'm gonna use the back seam because there's no reason not to. I've been streaming for an hour. I could do episode 100 part 2. I think I'm going to do that. Because I can go to bed early. And then uh, people are like earlier in the day, people get to see it as well. I'm going to do that, y'all. I'm actually, once I mark these up, we're going to do episode 100 part 2. So other people can see what's going on in the day. Because a lot of people are asleep. They're probably not going to see this. And that way you all can go to bed early as well. Or it's now so you don't have to stay up too late. I think that's a win-win. I gotta go to work tomorrow anyways, so I really shouldn't stay up till 5. I think it's a win-win. Everybody wins on that one. Now I'm hoping Godot can handle this. I know Halo can, but that's a custom built engine. I feel like it should be able to. It handled Blood Canyon like a champ. I'll have to figure out the lighting though. It does complain about the lighting a lot. Alright, we gotta hide this sky thing. We'll deal with that later. Probably gonna be more than that. A, B, C, D, E, F, H, or H, I, G, is it G? A, B, C, D, G, H, I, J, K. Probably all the way to K. I don't think I can do the whole alphabet, but that would be pretty funny. And hoodoo for everyone. Oh, there's H. Oh, I should do it now. That would be so fucking funny. Alright, next stream, I'm gonna make every single alphabet a hoodoo, but I'm gonna place them tactically that you can't tell their letters, and I'm just gonna scramble them. So yeah, we're gonna have 24, 26 hoodoos. Every single one of them is gonna be a letter from the alphabet, and it's gonna be fucking hilarious. Hopefully nobody notices. I gotta make sure it's like, oh, it's just a rock, it's just a big rock. Or I gotta make sure they don't notice their letters. So it's really gonna come down to placement. With that said, I'll see y'all next stream later on when I